Mr. Big Girl. Hello, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. I am the Pink Lady, and today you are watching the fixed sign video for the new moon in Gemini. Now, whether you are a returning viewer or this is your first time tuning in, hello. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Like I said, I am the Pink Lady, and today we are going to get into what this new moon in Gemini has in store for you. Now, I am doing something a little differently. I really wanted to do start doing videos for each of the signs, but I wanted to group them in a way that made sense to me, and I grouped them by the zodiac modes or zodiac modalities. Now, if you want more information on what that is, what that all means, why that matters to me, I created a video on the zodiac modes that you can find on my YouTube channel, and I will make sure to link that down below, and I will specifically link the one that is for the fixed signs. Now, fixed sign is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So if you're watching this video, that means that you have a Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars. We are focusing in on the main six because those are the 6 planets that I focus in on when I do my birth chart reading. I'm so sorry, my necklace, it's a lot going on. Guys, let me get this together. Okay. Alrighty. So, yes. Zodiac modes, check it out. Leave the link in the description box below. Like I said, I'm the Pink Lady. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to DM me on Instagram at the Pink Lady, or email me at the Pink Lady Tarot. That's pink with a Y instead of an I, just like my real name. If you would like to purchase any personal readings, the link to my Etsy will be in the description box below. Like I said, this is for the zodiac modality of fixed. So we are talking about Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, sun, moon, rising, Mercury, Venus, or Mars. And without further ado, let's jump in. My baby fixed sign babies, my baby fixed sign babies, my baby fixed sign, my fixed sign babies. All right, so we're gonna open this up with our affirmation, and the affirmation for you guys is honesty. Honesty. I am fair and honest, and that attracts fairness and honesty into my life. I am fair and honest, and that attracts fairness and honesty into my life. I am fair and honest, and that attracts fairness and honesty into my life. You guys, let's take a look and see why fairness and honesty is going to be something that is important for us to affirm this new moon in Gemini. Now, I am seeing just intuitively, it is a man and a woman, or a woman and a little boy sitting in a field. It looks like they're having a picnic. It's a pet dog playing, but there's a fox looking straight at us, and it is the only thing that is looking at us. And fox represents trickster energy, and that was at the bottom of the deck for the archetype. I just wanted to point that out. Had to point that out. I am fair and honest, and that attracts fairness and honesty in my life. So fixed signs, if there's any aspect of your life where you are not being honest, Spirit really wants you to take a look at that, especially during this new moon in Gemini, because Geminis are all about communication and balance in that way. They're not necessarily the balancers, that's more Libra, but they are about, you know, looking at something from both sides, from both perspectives, and really trying to come to some sort of creative conclusion. They're not really about coming to the most honest or fair all the time, but they really love a creative solution. So with this being said, I want to jump right into what you guys are looking at today. So the card that I got from my Psychic Tarot deck was the 2 of Cups, Spiritual Union. And so this was your overall message for the new moon in Gemini. So like I said, I'm fair and honest, and that attracts fairness and honesty into my life. And with the 2 of Cups being here, I cannot ignore the fact that this is the soulmate card. So maybe fixed signs, you guys are focused on love, or just bringing in and attracting the right people into your life. I feel like you guys are really trying to focus on being involved in relationships, both platonic and romantic, that are fulfilling, where you guys are both putting in the same equal give and take, where someone is not necessarily giving more than the other. where you feel safe, where you feel secure, where you feel understood, where you feel like you guys can really connect and you have the same vision because their third eyes are touching. So I also feel like the fixed signs may be looking for a connection that is truly spiritual, and if that's something that you haven't come to the conclusion of, I really feel like that is something you should take a look at, because with their third eyes touching, I feel like that is divine insight. It's like you following your third eye is what brought you guys together, and that is the whole idea about the Two of Cups. It's about the reason why it says spiritual union is because there is no way that you guys could be brought together unless you were independently whole and independently aligned with spirit. That's how you guys found each other. It's like a mirroring act. But I want to look into the angels, gods, and goddess card that popped out. You guys have two, and or actually, before I get into that, I want to talk about the common thread, because you guys also got two. So I asked for what was the common thread that connected all of the fixed signs for this new moon in Gemini energy, and you guys got the Death card and the Tower. I think it's raining. Hold on, guys. I have to raise my blinds. I love when it rains. Big signs. You guys are bringing me such good energy. Hold on. It is raining. Okay, so I want, like we were talking about, these are the common denominators, the common thread for all of the fixed signs. So I am going to give, like I said, if I didn't say this in the beginning, I apologize. I wanted to jump right into the message so fast, but I'm going to give a collective message first, and then I'm going to go into each individual sign. So please look in the description box below for the timestamp for your specific sign if you have a sign that you want to look into specifically. But I highly suggest listening to the collective message as well before you skip to your sign, just so you can get the best of both of those worlds. And with that being said, let's take a look into the common thread. So the common thread, the Death card says, I know that this too shall pass. It says ending of a major phase is to be trusted. Surrender, awaken to life, new growth, strip yourself bare, shuffle off your current identity and rebirth yourself. I know that this too shall pass. My fixed babies. If there is anything in your life that you feel like has not been fair, and that has caused you to act in ways that are not in true alignment with your spirit, the light in you, that makes you feel like you have to lie in some way, shape, or form, I am here to tell you today that that is being looked at for this new moon in Gemini, and Spirit wants to let you know that this too shall pass, this feeling too shall pass, and there is better and greater things on the horizon. Because with the Tower card, it says, I know that radical transformation is being required of me. I love the Tower card because it always talks about something tangible. When I think about the Tower card, this shit is blowing the fuck up because the divine said so, and there is nothing you can do about it. You cannot stop the tower from crumbling. If you do, it's literally trying to hold together an earthquake. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So this says rapid, unsettling change, surrender. Both of these are talking about ideas of surrender. Surrender to the flashes of insight, power and not knowing. Your world feels like it's falling apart. Strengthen your core beliefs. And I feel like a main reason on why my fixed sign babies might be feeling like shit is falling apart is because it is falling into place, honey. It's falling into place. Okay? Know that everything happens for your highest and greatest good, and this life is not against you. It is truly for you. And the reason why I say that is because the two goddess cards that you got is the Angel of Emergence and the Goddess of the Shadows. The Angel of Emergence said it is time for the real you to emerge, and the Goddess of the Shadows says what you perceive to be your dark side holds a hidden truth. What you perceive to be your dark side holds your hidden truth. Goddess of Emergence, it is time for the real you to emerge. So this is a very similar idea to the cardinal signs, but I really feel like this idea of balance is inherent, even with the Death and the Tower here, and with these two, you guys got a lot of two cards, two energy cards. Even when I talk to you guys about your challenge, it's very two energy. Like I said, there's two people on the honesty card. There were two animals. I'm just seeing this idea of balance in a mirror. But with this, it's talking about goddess of the shadows, what you perceive to be your dark side holds a hidden treasure. And I told the cardinal signs this, and I'm going to tell you guys this too. When I meditate, I invite both my higher self and my shadow into the circle, because I am completely and utterly at peace with sitting with both sides of myself. And that is something that I have worked very, 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 very hard to get to. But I think there's such a beauty in accepting all parts of yourself. That's when you can really step into your full power and embrace all forms of the chakra and that kundalini energy. This darkness, this tower, this death, do not run from it. It is your power. It is your transformation. It's going to give you wind beneath your wings, and it's going to guide you to this spiritual union that we're all looking for within ourselves and with other people. Because like I said, this spiritual union is here because you guys are perfectly yourselves, and that is what led you guys to each other. And we are honest and we are fair, and that is how we attract honesty and fairness into our lives. So I think the first person that you need to be honest with, fixed signs, is yourself. And the first person that you need to look at within the eyes of justice is yourself. And I really feel like Spirit is asking you to do so. Now, the thing that you are being challenged with during this time is the soul family. It says, call in your tribe. You do not have to do this alone. So I feel like fixed signs, especially knowing just what you guys are in quality, you guys may have this idea that you have to do it all alone, but you really don't. You have people out there in the world that love you, that support you. There are people out here that don't even know you like that want to see you succeed. And if you want to focus on all the people that feel a ladder that don't necessarily support you, whatever, we ain't gonna talk about the motherfucking haters, because we talking about you and we talking about goodness in your life right now. Okay, boom. So boom, you have soul family. You have people here that are willing to help you. And like I said, this literally looks like the damn Two of Cups card. Come on, fixed signs. I'm gonna read the soul family card. It is time to call in your soul family and support team, people who get you at a soul level, people who are the same kind of weird as you, people who are your chosen family. They are coming and they are looking for you. Okay? If you haven't found them yet, this is a sign that they are close by. But in order for them to find you and recognize you when they do, it is important that you stop dimming your light and truly let yourself be seen. If you have already found them, then you are being called to let them support you and perhaps also assemble a wider support team. So if you already feel like you have all the necessary people around you to achieve and succeed all the things you need, if you feel like you have called in your immediate soul circle family, call in your soul tribe, call in the people that are going to support your business, that are going to buy your products, that are going to watch your videos. Call in those people too, pray to those people too, be thankful to those people too, because they are all a part of this divine connection. If there are anybody in this group that is focusing on something that has to deal with other people, I feel like we all in some way, shape, or form need each other. So call in the people that you need. Fixed signs. Your support team can consist of all types of people, such as a therapist, coach, mentor, or healer. This would be a great time, I'm seeing intuitively, to find a mentor. If you are looking for a mentor, this would be a great time to find that, because I really feel like you would find a good match of the minds, and especially with the third eye chakra being touched in both of these, I really feel like they would be able to provide you a lot of insight. So if you have been looking for a mentor, this would be a really good time to do that. It says tune into what kind of support you need right now. And I feel like it says I am fair and I'm honest. We are looking for fairness and honesty, fixed signs. And I feel like, but in order to do that, you have to embody that first, and then that will be reflected out into the world. And then you will be a vibrational match for that, and it'll be easier to find you. But without further ado, I want to jump right into the signs. So this video isn't too long, so thank you so much for watching the collective message. And with that being said, I want to jump into the first fixed sign, which is my beautiful Taurus. You're my favorite girl. My mom's a Taurus. Hello, Taurus babies. We just came out of your season. What a ride. Happy birthday, happy belated birthday to all my Taurus babies. Now let's take a look and see what Spirit has to offer you for this new moon in Gemini. Now, the energy that you guys are going to be able to tap into, that is going to be available to you today, which is represented by my archetype cards, are the Knight and the Child of Nature. Now, the Knight card says, for the light attribute, loyalty, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. The shadow attribute for this is allegiance to destructive ruler or principle, romantic delusions. And for Child of Nature, it says friendship with animals, communication with nature spirits, and the shadow attribute is tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. But basically, if these two energies are available to you, I feel like you guys are feeling very lighthearted, very in connection, especially with the child here. You guys are feeling very young at heart. I feel like you guys could even want to get out in nature. I know that everyone may not have the capabilities to do that, but even if it's, you know, bringing nature inside, I see people adopting pets, adopting plants, starting gardens, you know, just focusing really on nature and trying to focus on this idea of like love and romance and like loyalty. And animals are so loyal, plants are loyal in a way. They're very loving, they hear us, they speak to us, they move with us, breathe with us, give us life, the ability to breathe, you know. I be singing to my plants, be kissing to my plants, talking to my plants. I do. And I feel like you Tauruses really feel what I'm talking about. Especially with this night energy here, you guys could be feeling a little romantic. Okay, you guys could be feeling a little romantic, my little baby Tauruses. So let's see why. The two tarot cards that you got for what message the divine has to tell you is the Nine of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Now I see why you guys are feeling a little bit romantic, because this reminds me of the Knight of Cups. Even though I'm saying Nine of Cups, it reminds me of the Knight of Cups, because this little fairy woman, I wish this would focus. I hope you guys can see that. But this fairy woman is carrying this cornucopia, I think that's what they're called, over this ocean. And this is the back of the cards, by the way. This man is watching here, and I love that a lot of the readings have been showing the darker side of the cards, and the only reason I think that's great, because that just goes perfectly in tune with the energy of the new moon. I keep looking over because it's raining outside, and I love that it's raining, and the storm actually started during you guys' reading, so I think that has a lot to say about the energy that I was talking about earlier. So if you didn't watch the collective message, go back and watch that after we're done talking about this. But let's talk about why the nine, I keep saying I want to say Knight of Cups, Nine of Cups and the Three of Pentacles is here. I really feel like you guys are working with your dreams, you're working with your fantasies. Like I said, you guys are feeling lighthearted. The child is here, so you guys could just be focusing on, oh, I just got a channel message. If there's any Tauruses that have been writing any stories about nature spirits, or any stories about like fairies or anything like that, if you've been thinking about writing a movie or a book or a script or drawing characters about that, I see that, and spirit definitely acknowledges that, because with the Three of Pentacles, you're working on some sort of a personal emotional fulfillment that you can sustain yourself, and you're working on it with the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the divine Trinity. Pynk, 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 pynk. You feel me? Pynk, 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 pynk. Okay. Yes, Taurus. And I really feel like technically, why did it come out? It came out like this. Yeah, Taurus, I really feel like you guys are also feeling very just like fulfilled. And if you're not feeling fulfilled, you're working on how you can get to that space to where you do feel fulfilled. But let's talk about what's challenging you during this time, because what is challenging you during this time is the Five of Swords. Now this, I immediately think about it as mental war, mental conflict. If you can see, he's literally has a trail of blood leading away from the man, and it's like 5 birds following him or flying towards him. So I also feel like this can just be a war of the mind. You could be overthinking yourself, literally thinking yourself into some pain. I see, even if Tauruses, you guys are having migraines, or you guys are having sinus pressure or head pressure, it's literally because you're thinking too fucking much. So calm down, find some sort of way to rest in this lighthearted energy that is present. Go out in nature. Okay, ground yourself. I feel like you might have your head in the clouds, and spirit is really urging you to ground yourself so you can work with the energy that this new moon in Gemini is giving you guys. And I feel like the energy that it's giving you is the capacity to work with your own personal dreams, to work with your own personal magic, because the Knight and the Child of Nature is here. And you know, the Knight literally is talking about love, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. But be careful, because there could be some sort of allegiance to destructiveness behaviors within yourself, or romantic delusions that you can be encountering. So any of those two could be causing this mental conflict or cognitive dissonance within you right now. But let's talk about, speaking of relationships and romantic things, let's talk about the love card that you got from the Doreen Virtue Romance Angels card. You got release your ex. So if you guys have been having any mental conflict over your ex, release that shit. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Peace them motherfuckers out. It says the time has come to clear your energy. So even if you're not clearing your energy from your ex, I definitely feel like this new moon in Gemini, new moons are really, really, really good. If you need to clean anything, wash anything, have a good little rejuvenating bath. If you guys can have a spiritual bath or a spiritual shower, do that. If you guys need to release, because she has like a paper in her hand. So I feel like you guys can do some sort of releasing ritual, especially if this does have to deal with your ex, or feelings about any of your previous lovers or relationships that you have been involved in. Write them a letter that you're not going to send to them, and then burn that shit, and then let it blow in the wind, and then don't look back. You know what I'm saying? Once you release the feelings, let them be gone. Caw, fly, fly, be free. And with that being said, my beautiful, beautiful Taurus babies, I hope that made sense. If you would like more information, please feel free to hit me up for a personal reading, and let me down in the comments below what you thought about this reading. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to jump right into the next sign, which is my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Leos. Hello. It is finally your time, my golden child, okay? My kings and queens of the jungles, my Leo babies, the leadership, the leader is in the motherfucking building. So let's see what the leaders have to say to us today. So this new moon in Gemini, the energy that is going to be available to you for you to tap into during this time, 2227 on the clock, as I said, that is exorcist. Okay, Leos, step into that personal power then, baby. It says the light attribute is freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. The shadow attribute is fear of facing your own demons. So, Leo, during this new moon in Gemini, I am intuitively picking up that this is going to be a really, really, really big time for release for you guys. Not only release for yourself, but release for others. You could be facing up against people who you feel like you have to challenge, or not challenge in a negative way, but you could just be facing up against people, places, or situations that you feel like you have to expose, or that you have to affect in some sort of way to get the outcome that you want. But with that being said, you are definitely well equipped to do so. You are absolutely well equipped to do so. And the reason why I said that is because the two cards that came out is the Nine of Swords and the King of Swords. This is the front and this is the back. And I want to talk to you guys about the exorcist, because we do have a shadow person right here lurking in the subconscious part of the Nine of Pentacles. Not Nine of Pentacles, okay, Nine of Swords. And so this could have a lot to do with why you may be feeling anxious, because that is what the Nine of Swords is all about. So like I said, clear your energy, or you could be clearing the energy of the space that you're in, of the house that you're in, whatever. But with the Nine of Swords and the King of Swords being here, I feel like, especially with the Exorcist card, the message that Spirit wants to give you is do not let yourself get overwhelmed by the options that you have to cut the cords, because I want to talk to you about what your challenge is. Your challenge is the devil. And you have the Exorcist card here. So you're being challenged by the devil, this devilish energy. And if you can see, he has someone strung together by this, like he has someone wrapped around his finger, and they don't look too happy. But with that being said, we have all the tools necessary to cut the motherfucking cords. So choose one of these damn swords and start slicing, Leo. We don't have time to be anxious about which one is right. All of them are right, because you are the King of Swords. We are using analytical thought to get ourselves out of anxiety. Understand that, okay, we get it. Devilish energy. Ooh, you're so scary. Temptation. Psych. I know what I'm doing. Sorry. You see how big this damn sword is? Nigga, I'm focused. I'm looking straight at you. Fuck. thanks for showing your face, giving me, you know, a nice little battle, I guess. But don't allow yourself to get overwhelmed by that energy. Understand that this challenge is here because it sees how powerful you really are. It wouldn't come if you weren't a worthy opponent, Leos. Understand that. Okay, so whatever you feel like you're facing up against, don't get caught up in any anxiety. Just make a decision and keep going, and make sure that they're coming from a logical space, because the King of Swords is here. And there might be, you might feel like there's a storm approaching, and there might even be a storm approaching, but you are well equipped. Do not let this shadow overwhelm you, because you are embodying the energy of the Exorcist. You have all of the power and the tools necessary to handle this shit. So handle this shit, Leo, like the king and queen of the jungle that you are. Don't back down now, baby. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No. I'm not having it. You not having it. We not having it. Now what? Because the romance angel card that you got from the Doreen Virtue deck is the soulmate card. Yes, this is your soulmate. So if there's anybody that you've been thinking about romantically, you know, this is your soulmate. And I feel like if you've been feeling any other way, it has to do with that anxiety. It has to do with this other devilish energy that is in here trying to influence you. But don't let it distract you. Understand that, you know, this person is safe. It's okay. It's okay. And even if it's not, you're okay. This situation is orchestrated in your highest and greatest good. So believe that, know that this person is your soulmate, and they are in your life for a reason. And be able to just find peace in that. Know that knowing that is okay enough. Knowing that is you being safe enough, because everything that is happening in your life has gotten you to this point right now, and you are protected and you are safe and you are loved and you are cared for. So there is nothing to worry about. They are your soulmate. That means that they're supposed to be in your life for a reason. So just let them. Let them. Love yourself. Enjoy the connection. Yes, this is a soulmate. God damn it. I have nothing left to say to you, Leos. I love you. If you want a personal reading, let me know in the comments down below. Shit. If you want a personal reading, let me know there. Let me know whatever. Let me know whatever you want. Say whatever you want in the comment section below, but just say something. Okay? Talk to me, please. I love you guys. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And with that being said, I'm going to move right into my next fixed sign, which is Scorpio. My water baby. I love me some Scorpios. Even though y'all get on my damn nerves, one of my favorite people in the entire world is a Scorpio. Her name is Sydney Vega. She is amazing. I love her so much. Okay. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. Let's see what you have in store for today, baby. Today, baby. So the archetype energy that is available for you to use during the new moon in Gemini, you guys got two cards, like what was that? Taurus. So you could have Taurus in your chart. You could be dealing with a Taurus, but you got King and Don Juan. Okay, so the King says, for the lighthearted attributes, enlightened benevolent leadership benefiting those in charge, in your charge, not just in charge, but benefiting those in your charge. And the shadow attributes are excessive feelings of entitlement, rulership without restraint. And the Don Juan, the light attribute, says spotlights your positive seductive qualities. And the shadow attribute is using the power of a romantic attraction for personal agendas. King and Don Juan. I think this is so funny to see your cards, because I think this perfectly aligns. But let's talk more so it makes more sense to the both of us. Okay. So let me take this in really quickly. Okay, so this new moon in Gemini might have you feeling a lot more flirty, a lot more on your shit. You could be feeling like you're on top of the world. You feel like you're looking good, smelling good, you know, eating good, feeling right, especially with the King and the Don Juan here. You could be feeling sexy. You know, you could be feeling like you're just, you know, you're on it. You could be feeling like, you know, or you want to feel that way. You could be wanting to talk to people, flirt, engage in that seductive, intoxicating energy that Scorpios are so good at projecting. But I also feel like you guys could be dealing with a lot on your plate, because I feel like maybe that's why you want to be romantic and indulge in this lighthearted, seductive energy, because with the king here, I feel like you guys could have a lot of responsibilities going on. You could be in charge of a lot. You could have a lot on your plate. You could be holding a lot. He's literally holding the sun and the moon with the sun behind him. So it's like, and it says that you have benevolent leadership and benefiting those in charge. So you could have people depending on you, or you could just be thinking about your future a lot, Scorpios, during this new moon in Gemini. And both of these energies are available to you to use. So I just think it's about which one you want to tap into, or if you can figure out some way to balance both. And speaking of balancing both, I feel like that's what you guys are definitely going to be doing, because the first two cards that popped out for you guys for the message that God has to give you is the King of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. Now, if this isn't talking about balancing the King Don Juan energy, I don't know what is. The King Don Juan literally reminds me of the King of Pentacles. This is from the, I mean, not King of Pentacles. Okay. I forgot who got the King of Pentacles. I think it was, who had the King of Pentacles? It was either a, I think it was a, I don't remember. Somebody got the King of Pentacles though in the cardinal signs. I think it might have been Capricorn. So you could have Capricorn in your chart. Could be dealing with the Capricorn. But here's the front of the vice versa deck, and here's the back. And what I love is this consistent theme of a lot of the darker cards have been popping out, and I think just has a lot to do with just the new moon energy. We are dealing with new moon energy. But I feel like with the King of Wands here and the Six of Pentacles, you guys could really just be looking, he's literally looking down on a miniature build of this town that he wants to create. So it's kind of like putting in the energy that you want to get out, really orchestrating something so you can get what you want out of it. Because you are the King of Wands, you're being led by your passion, you're being led by your desire, you're being led by the things that fuel your flame. So that's why you could be just indulging in a lot of romance, or wanting to indulge in a lot of seduction, intimacy areas. But just be careful, make sure you're not being manipulative, because the King of Wands can be a very intoxicating energy. But I feel like you guys have a lot on your plate right now, so just don't confuse anybody, don't confuse yourself, and just focus on trying to maintain balance and reciprocity, because that is what the Six of Pentacles is all about. Now, what you guys are being challenged with is the Chariot. Now, I was talking about balance. I feel like you guys are being challenged by moving forward with balance. You have the light and the dark horse representing the higher and the shadow, and you sitting on the top. This is also Cancer season, so something in Cancer season you could be worried about, or there could be something that is coming in Cancer season that could actually be challenging you, you know, that could actually be challenging you during Cancer season. But I also feel like this is just you guys needing to take a look and taking an even step with both your shadow and your light. I feel like for some reason, especially with the Don Juan here, I feel like you may be wanting to lead with your shadow English. You may be wanting to lead with your shadow side. You may be wanting to lead with that seductive energy, but just try to balance that out, because what we do have here for your romance angels oracle deck card is the honeymoon card. It says enjoy the bliss of the holiday together. So if you are talking to somebody romantically, I definitely see you enjoying. It's so funny, I feel like this whole lockdown situation is being seen as a holiday time together. It is an unscheduled and unplanned stay-at-home holiday, and so I feel like if you have been enjoying your time with someone in this time, even though we're supposed to be eating helps, but it's talking about honeymoon. So maybe you guys have been been able to spend a lot more time with someone recently, but just make sure, you know, you're being balanced, because the Six of Pentacles was here and the Chariot was your challenge. So clearly there's some sort of forward momentum. You may be feeling a little stuck, or you may just feel like you're being flung forward too fast. Either way, if you get too caught up in this love situation, I feel like it can be very distracting, because what you guys need to be focusing on this new moon in Gemini is about balancing, and especially balancing that quaint. Okay, I definitely feel like the King of Pentacles is focused, and he's looking at his money. Okay, and anybody that is messing with that pocket might have to get left in the dust, right, Scorpios? Okay, I hope that makes sense, please let me know in the comment section below if any of this resonated. If it didn't, if it did, regardless, please let me know. And if you would like a personal reading, feel free to contact me on Instagram through my DM, or hit me up on my email, or go to my Etsy page and just purchase the reading right there. And without further ado, I'm going to jump into my last and final fixed sign, which is my Aquarius, my Aquas. Hi babies, hi water bearers, how are you doing, baby? My Aquariuses, my Aquariuses, my Aquariuses. Okay, let's jump into the reading because I still have mutable signs, and I'm not gonna lie, your girl getting a little tired. Okay, so let's talk about the energy that is available to you during this time. I'm going to take a little sip of some tea, give myself a little energy. Good vibes only, okay? Okay, Aquariuses, let's jump right in with your, what is this? Archetype card. And this is the energy that is available for you to tap into during this new moon in Gemini. So the card that we have is Visionary. Light attributes. Sorry, I was going to just start reading. So the light attributes are capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, a willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. And the shadow attributes for this are selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. So I feel like you guys, especially with honesty being our main affirmation for the fixed signs for the new moon in Gemini, especially when talking about being honest and fair, I feel like if you guys have been compromising your vision in any way, this new moon in Gemini is here to tell you to stop that shit, because you are a visionary. You can see things, you can predict trends, you can see certain things before they happen, you can see certain connections in life before they happen, because the Aquariuses, if you watch the zodiac modality video that I did, you guys represent the collective consciousness. You guys remind me of that. So that's why you guys are such visionaries, because you can see what connects us all before we even realize that it's occurring. You're definitely ahead of your time. So don't compromise your vision. Do not allow yourself to compromise your vision. And the reason why I say that is because the cards that you have on the board for the message that God wants to give you during this new moon in Gemini is the Seven of Cups and the Two of Wands. Now I want to bring up your challenge, because I feel like it has a lot to do with this, but you also have the Seven of Swords. So you have 727. So these numbers can mean a lot to you, and if they do, hey baby, my best friend's favorite number is 27. So hey, if you're watching, I love you. But basically, the Two of, what is this, Wands, and the Seven of Cups. This is the front, this is the vice versa, by the way, front, back. So like I said, day and night, okay. But I feel like this is just reminding me of the revolutionary card, because there's a lot of circular energy. So by the time the full moon comes, you could be having a lot of revelations, or just a lot of just stuff going on. You see? Okay. But let me look at this. So I feel like with the Two of Wands and the Seven of Cups, there could be a little bit of confusion in your life, especially emotionally, because cups represent emotions. You could have a lot of different ways about going about a situation, because the Two of Wands is all about executing your energy, moving forward, making a choice, choosing a direction, choosing a path. So you could just have a lot of options, a lot of ways on expressing yourself, a lot of different opportunities to do things. But I feel like what you need to focus on is the fact that these opportunities are being brought to you in the first place, because there is an angel right in the middle of all of these options. And that is the thing that I immediately draw my eyes to. I'm not even really looking at the cups. I'm like, damn, this bitch is floating in the middle of the damn air. I ain't never seen no shit like that before. Never. And the thing that is challenging you during this time is the Seven of Swords. So like I was saying earlier, if you feel like you have to compromise any aspect of your vision, if you have something in your heart that you want to do that shit. Do not let any fears of other people, do not let any insecurities, do not let any doubts, do not let any analytics or numbers or insights or anything like that stop you, because regardless of how other people react to it, you can envision what is not yet conceivable to others. And that's why people may not be on your tip, because baby, they just don't have the vision. You can't get mad at them. You can feel sorry for them. I know Aquarius love a good God complex. You can feel sorry for them, but don't start feeling sorry for yourself because you don't fit in, or because people don't understand the way you do things yet. Yet being the operative word. Don't cheat yourself out of your own sunshine. Don't cheat yourself. Don't cheat yourself out of your own direction. Choose. Even if you can't choose to be grateful for the options. And go, baby. Go. And the reason why I say that is because the angel God and goddess card that you got is heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So if there's any romantic situation that you have been involved in, talk to them, get to know them. I feel like this is the energy that you guys probably have been, because these two people are already holding hands and talking, and there's two angels sitting around them that have been guiding them together. So I feel like having heart-to-heart conversations, if there has been a situation in your life, because the Seven of Swords is challenging you. So if there's been a situation in your life that you feel like has truly been bothering you, or you feel like you're being cheated out of, or you feel like just there's any weird energy around, talk about it. Talk about it. Excuse me, guys, sorry. And talk about it honestly, because you guys got the honesty card, and then the affirmation is honest, is talking about honesty. I am fair and honest, and that attracts fairness and honesty into my life. So I feel like maybe the first person you need to be honest with is, like I said in the beginning of this reading, is you need to be honest with yourself. Have you? And then once you've been honest with yourself, then you can go to your lover, whether this be platonic or romantic. Then you can start having those heart-to-heart conversations with them. But I also feel like if you're not having these conversations with yourself first, you could be cheating yourself out of a really, really beautiful connection, or a really, really beautiful option, or a really, really beautiful future, just because you know, you don't want to sit down and talk about it, or sit down and have that conversation with yourself, or have that conversation with other people. But I feel like this is something that you're not going to be able to fight or deny, because this new moon in Gemini is all about communication. So I really feel like, Aquarius, is you guys just need to explore that idea a little bit more, and explore maybe areas in your life where you need to communicate more, whether that is communicate your personal vision, communicate your love, because we do have these Seven of Cups here. Cups are emotion. Communicate your passions, like I said, your vision, your career, whatever. Or communicate maybe your pains or thoughts or places in your life where you feel like you cheated yourself, or you have been cheating other people. Express all of that shit. I feel like today, this new moon in Gemini is here to give you the power of expression, and the power to really tap into your heart's, to the voice of your heart, so you can speak to other people from that way, and try to speak through people void of ego and manipulation. Yeah, Aquarius, I love that. I hope that made sense. If it did, please comment in the comment section down below. Okay, and with that being said, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching my beautiful fixed signs, and please stay tuned. I will have more videos like this. Like I said, there's a lot of information in the description box below, so if you have any questions, I guarantee you, if you check that, you'll probably find it. And without further ado, I would love you guys to stick around, and we could talk for hours, but I gotta go to sleep. So good night and good morning, good day. I love you. Bye. Baby, call me stupid.